And hello, happy Wednesday, friends. I'm Cassandra Joan Butler. This is Cosmic Connections, because we're all connected. And we're going to be talking about the astrology of the week and do some spiritual messages. And I hope to meet and greet anyone who's coming into the room and saying hello. And sigh, sigh. We are in the Gemini cycle. Gemini is the thinker, right? Hi, Snow L Light. Oh, I like that name. Welcome, welcome. And remember, when you share, sharing is caring. If you like what I'm saying or would like to share it, I would love to be shared. Just you could just send this in real time to your Facebook page. An astrologer and I'm a medium and most of all, I'm a very curious person. And I think that's why I got into astrology in the first place, right? I didn't grow up. Actually, my first brush with astrology was at age 9, which is half of the nodal return. And I was precocious enough to cut my teeth on Linda Goodman. Anyone else cut their teeth on Linda Goodman? And I'm very, very happy and thrilled to be able to share with you some astrological insights, having been doing it about 50 years. I mean, if you exit, I mean, that professionally, I wasn't doing readings at 9. I didn't start doing readings until I was 13. That was just tarot. Anyway, friends, not just tarot. I don't want to diminish tarot. I love tarot. I'm in a feisty mood today. Okay. Is anyone else in a feisty mood? We have the first quarter square going on. This is the time when we lay down the foundations in our lives of the thing we want to do in our life, the manifestation of Gemini. So we had our new moon last week. We had the quarter square yesterday. We're going to talk about the quarter square, where it's falling in your chart, and where you are rebuilding a new foundation for yourself. Hi, Heather, Lynn, Paulette, Retta. Hi, Barb. Hi, Sherry, Rose. Thank you for sharing, dear Rose. Thank you so much. Hi, Lee. Hi, Terry, Diane, Maria. Hello, hello. Joni. Hi, Heather, Christy, Joanne, Jojo, Teresa, Sherry. Thank you for being here. I really, every time I see your name and I happen to know you, you just flash in front of my third eye, right? Okay. Good evening, John. Hi, Paula. Hi, Debbie. Yeah, I'm feisty. Hi, Nancy, dear Nancy. You are part of the feistiness today, because I was just working on a class for tomorrow night, right? The class tomorrow night is, among other things, it's the Venus-Uranus conjunction of Saturday. So we're going to talk a bit about that. And we're going to talk about money. Let's just talk about money. Money's on everyone's mind, except for the horrors that we've been not letting go of. We're taking action. And you know what I'm talking about? The eclipse season that we just came off of. I've been harping about that a lot, but it's true. We crossed a line between April 30th and May 30th during the high eclipse season of 2022, which is trying to balance horror. You know what I'm talking about, of course, the shootings, with reality and what to do about it. That's on everyone's mind. But the other thing that's on everyone's mind every 18 and a half years during the time when the eclipses are in Scorpio and Taurus is what I call what matters. Take a look at the pyramid of life, right? Food, clothing, and shelter. So the first level, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We need to be fed. We need to be sheltered. Not just me, not just you, but everyone. So every 18 and a half years, the world gets into this mindset reflecting the astrology of trying to build a foundation of equity, and foundational relative to resources. That's the word I want to use, resources. Okay, I'm going to come back to this week. This week, we have a square in the sky, which is about rebuilding wherever we find Virgo in our chart, and we're taking the idea of what matters most of all. How can we solve problems? How can we fix things? So we're going to talk about money. Money's on everyone's mind because of inflation, the price of gas. I don't know about you, but if you're in Western New York, you go to one station and they're doing $4.99, like $4.99, like they're trying to do us a break, right? It's not $5 yet. And then you go to another station and it's $4.75. And some places I understand it's $4.55. These are really scary times financially because we are going through Taurus and Scorpio. All the more reason to pay attention this week on your personal health, your personal fitness, because it's a Virgo week, and to build a foundation to control that which you can control, right? That serenity prayer. Grant me the wisdom to do what I can do as opposed to trying to change the whole enchilada. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Carla. Hi, Linda. Hi, Rebecca. Good evening, Collie, Rose. And thank you for sharing again, Paula. Hi, Virginia. So the question I have for you, last week was maybe more of an angry, impatient week. This might be a to-do week. I have an agenda I want to get done. Boom, boom, boom. First question. Have you made a list and checked it twice and trying to get things accomplished this week? Are you in a place of clarification, perhaps, as of today, because of the foundational phase of yesterday? And number 3, have you noticed or are you aware of a push out there in the infrastructure about money? And again, I always say money is above my pay grade. I'm not a financial advisor, but we know there's a lot of rumblings out there. For example, from Canada, the headlines, Justice Minister says you do not have an absolute right to private property in Canada anymore. Well, it's not a law yet, but they're talking about people don't have rights to have private property. What do you feel about that? Should you have private property or not? I, for one, would be kicking and screaming no matter what the powers that be tell me that I can't own this pretty little ring that was given to me by my BFF. Okay? It looks expensive, doesn't it? Well, it really wasn't, but it's a really pretty ring. But it's very sentimental, and no one's taken this ring off my finger. Okay? This is not a communal ring. And some other pretty little gifts. This is from a wonderful client, and this whatever this is, the shawl or whatever, that's circa 2004, I think. You know, I recycle. Does everyone recycle their clothes? At a certain age, you don't go out and buy new things, right? You just go in your closet, and depending on the COVID-20, if you gain weight or lost weight, you kind of recycle your clothes and you reinvent yourself. I've never been a fashion person per se at all, right? I just wear what's like these glasses are a little dated, right? But I like them. But no one can tell me that I want to give this up, right? So that's a thought in the ethers. The other big thought, you know, a lot of you have heard me talk about the WEF, right? For I think at least I've been talking about the WEF for at least since 2017 when I was doing a class for Fellowships of the Spirit, wonderful place. Please take my classes at Fellowship of the Spirits, Fellowship of the Spirit, I should say, outside of Lilydale. I was doing a class on the Aquarian age, and I found some fascinating stuff out there, which the general public didn't really know, but I think everyone may be aware of the name Klaus Schwab, right? And there's an organization, they just met recently, right, in Davos, and they're the billionaire set, the elite of the elite, and they have a plan for all of us because they see that we're in the fourth industrial revolution, that the economies of the world are changing. Duh, right? We no longer really have like city states or even city states. We have corporate entities, right? And they kind of set the agenda for the rest of us. So if you're familiar with that, the World Economic Forum, please Google World Economic Forum. It's 2030. You will own nothing and be happy. Start there. There's a push when we get into an Aquarian time frame. The Aquarian, we're not in the Aquarian age technically now. I mean, a lot of astrologers might say that we are, but it's a wave that comes over time, so that we have more consciousness for our fellow human beings across the planet. This is a good thing. Having global empathy and awareness of people outside of our little neighborhood is a very good thing. But the World Economic Forum has had this agenda for the Great Reset for some time. And all of these things I'm talking about, friends, is being encapsulated on Saturday, because we have this Uranus conjunct Venus cycle that begins in the sign of money, in the sign of Taurus. So the entire year and into 2023, currency, money, the meaning of money, resources will be discussed, and it'll be on everyone's front of center mind, whether it be inflation or whether it be looking at digital currency. I don't mean cryptocurrency. I mean the move across the planet for currency that is monitored by Uranus, which is a great technology. Technocrats want to know how and why and when we are dealing with our own resource, which is Taurus. It's all in the astrology. Remember, Taurus rules money. Taurus rules resource. Taurus rules currencies. So money's on the mind. And it's coming to watch the news after Saturday, and also watch your own relationship to money. I think many people are becoming a lot more careful with their spending. And then the opposite sign to Taurus, of course, is what? Scorpio. Scorpio is about recycling. Like I just mentioned, I've recycled this for the past 18 years, right? And yet I own it, right? And when I'm no longer in this earthly shell, I hope someone else recycles it for me, my descendants. Sorry, kids, got to get rid of mom's stuff. We all think like that sometimes, don't we? But we will recycle and reuse. That's the sign of Scorpio. So for this week, you may be, let's simplify it. This week is about Virgo, taking charge and action on something you can actually change. And I'm going to bring the slides into the room and share those with you. Okay, slides. Keeping in mind, we are still under the umbrella of the new moon in Gemini, which is asking us all to take a risk. The airplane taking a nosedive, everything in the next month, now it's 3 weeks, is being mitigated by the first urge of this new cycle, which happened on May 30th. So the idea is like, take the risk, take action. As of yesterday, so again, the airplane taking a nosedive, by the way, the airplane doesn't crash. In the 11th hour, the airplane gets out of the dive and is able to move forward. So all of us are feeling like we want to take action during this Gemini cycle, to take some sort of action, to become conscious of going forward. Yet some of us also may be feeling some depression too, because this is a time of the year with this particular Sabian symbol when and I know I've had a lot of clients having a lot of sadness, a lot of sorrow, a lot of depression just this past week. Okay. So as of yesterday, we're in what we call the workadoo phase. We're there right now, friends, when we want to lay a new foundation wherever we find Virgo in our charts. So the square cycle, when we look outside, you'll see that beautiful half moon. We're laying new foundations. Think in terms of your own agenda in your life. I can do this. I can restart my business. I can restart my health routine, my nutritional routine. I can take a focused new direction, pay attention in a new way, and go forward. That is the imperative of this week. All right. Take action, lay new foundations. Here's the chart. Okay, so this chart, the Sabian symbol is a volcanic explosion, but we don't want to take these literally. You may have an expanded explosion inside of your mind after trying to figure something out. All of a sudden, bang, as of yesterday or today, or really through next week, you may have a lot of new insight, like an explosion inside your mind. I can do this, I can do that. Make sure my phone is turned off, because that's kind of annoying, right? If it starts to ring. The only problem with turning my phone off is that I might, never mind. The ring is very helpful when you lose the phone, but it's big enough. The moon is conjunct Psyche, right? Here it is. Trust your instincts. Trust your intuition. That beautiful moon at 16 degrees of Virgo is hanging out next to the asteroid Psyche, reminding all of us to trust your intuition. You're going to hear me say that for the next 14 years, because as of April the 12th, all of us had a download. Thank you, Astrology, in the sign of Pisces, that's asking us to not always trust logic and linear thought, but to bring in our intuition. If it doesn't feel right in our bodies, if it doesn't, if something doesn't pass the smell test, however you want to phrase it, then listen to your instincts, listen to your intuition. Mars is conjunct Uranus, and did I really say that? I meant to say, because that's totally incorrect, Mars is certainly not in conjunct Uranus. It's sorry, skip that. I made a mistake. Mars is coming up to Chiron. So we're all in need of some healing, radical healing. That's coming next week when we have the Jupiter Uranus, or the Jupiter Chiron and Mars circulating. Neptune is trining the South Node. This particular week is asking us to let go of people, situations, and attitudes that no longer serve you. It's a revelatory week. It's a revelatory week. With some other notes here. Mercury, of course, is direct, so we're beginning to think a little bit more clearly. We've been meditating on something since May 10th. And so whenever we see a large lineup of Taurus energy, which we have right here, we've got Uranus next to Pallas Athena, which is jobs. We have Mercury circulating around the North Node about the new path of money, the new path for your money, how you're managing your money, the new path of the way you're managing technology in your life. Maybe less is more. Taurus also rules beauty and music and gardening. Any gardeners out there, we may be saying, you know what? I want to have some canning opportunities in the fall. I want to make my own organic food, because of the specter of the supply chain problems with food and so forth. We know it's going to be here for a while, friends. Okay, so please be smart with your resource, whether that be greenbacks or charge cards, and take care of your basic needs through the next year. We have Pallas next to Uranus. That's the shakeup and the changes with technology, with our jobs. Maybe reinvent yourself in a new way. What other talents and skills do you have? All of this is happening with this particular week's energy. Trust those explosive ideas, the volcanic explosion that comes in here. Okay? Very good. The next slide I want to show you is this wonderful one, and this happens on the 11th. This is what the class is about. Please come to the class if you'd like. It's open to everybody, all levels of astrological background. You can register right on my website, CassandraJoanButler.com, under products. Let's see, we'll go through. There it goes. So I hope to see you tomorrow night, because I'm going to make it very personal for you. 16 degrees of Taurus, right? This is the energy of the the swords of light and bright are at is the symbol. Let's see. Oh goodness, I don't have my book. She said, okay, the actual symbol is, this is a quote for, the symbol is an Abraham Lincoln. Okay, let us have faith that right makes might. This is the symbol of the forces of good and the forces of evil. This is the symbol that shows the desire to go head to head to the dark and foreboding. This is the symbol of the, I'm trying to get the exact wording. It's like the rods and the swords at odds with each other. It's where Venus and Uranus come together and begin to percolate a new way regarding our resources, regarding money. So it might not be in our faces. It might not be a news article, but you might, as of Saturday, really look at the polarity between ownership and non-ownership, between what you have to do to keep your family and yourself safe. This is a very intense new cycle that's being born on Saturday, and just become aware of it. And so that's what the class is tomorrow. All right, let's get out of here, remove from the stream. And it's heralding this new economy, this particular Uranus and Venus. Venus represents love as well. So there might be some shakeups or some revelation that you may be feeling about your own personal relationships. Who's in, who's out, your marriage, your significant others. It's also heralding the emotions that you're willing to let go of, because the moon will be in Scorpio this week. So what things do you want to recycle? Become very aware of I call them the 5 pernicious emotions that are no longer serving you. All right. And to cognitively work with those feelings that come up, the anxiety, the grief, the anger, the depression, the sorrow. I know it's not as easy as just turning off a switch, but we have to know what needs to be modified and balanced. We know that when it comes up in our face. So all this is happening this week. It's not like anger towards a particular situation. It's more modifying our own pernicious emotions that comes up. And Uranus and Venus together in the sky in Taurus is asking us really to pay attention to how you have a relationship with money and your resources. And resources are much more than money. It's your time, it's your network, it's your abilities and your skills and your resourcefulness, your ability to fix things, right? To knit, sew, cook, can, all these things are coming into awareness this particular weekend and this week as well. Meanwhile, I'm going to go through all the signs here and give you a little snapshot of where you're rebuilding in your life. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Virgil. Welcome. Hi, Stella. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see. Christine and Susan and Tony and Teresa. Okay. You know about the action. You're cleaning and clearing out. Beautiful, Tony. Great time. So many things need to get done. So this is a busy week. It's like we may be inspired. I gotta get this done. I gotta get that done. Do your Virgo due diligence. Virgo loves to make lists, right? Virgo's the sign of list making, and make the list, check it twice, and just get to it, right? All right. And recycling, Rose. Yes, of course. I've heard we are leaving the age of material, entering the age of frequency. Debbie, I like that a lot, and we are. And I really, really appreciate you saying that. The age of frequency. In my mind, frequency is an Aquarian word, right? Because Aquarius is frequency. You could say the Aquarian age. So pay attention to your own frequency, your own positivity. But keep in mind, there's nothing wrong with material, because we're still flesh and blood, and we have atoms, and we have hearts and livers and all that. So we don't want to play the Plato game of matter bad, spirit is good, right? The Neoplatonists were all about that. We're still living in this body as long as we're living. We have a frequency within the body, and the body needs to be fed and sheltered and slept. Slept. The body needs to sleep, needs to rest. But I like that, Debbie. Thank you. Feel free to add any what do you call it? Links to that. Go on DuckDuckGo and look up the world economics. Okay, Joe, that's a good one. Corporate entities, according to our courts, have the same rights as individual people. Yes, Nancy, yes. That is very, very true. And whether it be in the PAC, for the political action committees, and so forth. So we are living in the oligarchy time frame. We're way beyond states and countries anymore. So much. Thanks, John. You like my things. They're mine. I'm not giving them away. My glasses. Anyway. My caption is stuck. What does that mean, darling? My caption is stuck? Huh. Am I still going? My frequency? Is it okay? Okay. So a lot of food for thought. That's the other thing about this week, because Mercury rules both Virgo and Gemini. So our minds are spinning and we're thinking a lot. Make those lists. Slow down your thinking. It's a great time for exercise. It's a great time for meditation this week to kind of curtail that prickly feeling that there's so much to do. So here we go. We're rebuilding, everybody. This is where we're rebuilding. If you're Aries or Aries rising, you're rebuilding your work and you're rebuilding your physical structure, your home away from home, your physical body. You like that? Your home away from home. That's for our Aries or Aries rising. For Taurus, this is a week to rebuild your fun, your romance, your creativity, and your joy. If you're Gemini or Gemini rising, this particular week is a great time to rebuild your home, your connections with your family members, or to redo something within your home, clean it, organize it, so forth. For Cancer or Cancer rising, this is a great week for you to rebuild your way of thinking. Flush away that worry, Cancer. There are two signs that love to worry a lot. Well, they don't love to worry, but they are more likely to worry, and that would be the Cancer part of your nature or the Virgo part of your nature. So this is a great time, Cancer, to get a grip of that worry and say, I'm going to curtail that. I'm going to cognitively manage my worry. For Leo or Leo rising, this is a great week for you to sing your praises, Leo. Sing how wonderful you are. Be happy about all of your resources. For Virgo, all eyes are on you to rebuild yourself, to step into the arena with a lot of charisma and confidence. For Libra or Libra rising, rebuild your need to get away from people. Go into retreat, Libra. Take some time off. Go into the woods. Go into the bathtub. Just get away and really replenish yourself through quiet and meditation. For Scorpio or Scorpio rising, it's a great week for you to rebuild your relationships with your friends. Perhaps you've been too busy to reach out. A great time to make those contacts stronger. For Sagittarius or Sagittarius rising, this is a great week for you to rebuild your leadership potential and your career in general. For Capricorn or Capricorn rising, rebuild what you think, how you speak, what you think, and perhaps make a trip or take a trip. All right. For the Aquarius or Aquarius rising, rebuild your connection to spirit and your connection to your psychological and spiritual powers. Really make a list, check it twice. And Pisces or Pisces rising, this is the rebuild time for you to know who your BFFs are, who your friends are, and strengthen the relationships you have with the people that truly matter. You guys are wonderful. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you sharing. And so I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to do the gift this time is going to be whenever you share, I do a little drawing. And so we're going to do the drawing now. and it's going to be a month of the Lunar Lights Club. And let's see, the person who's the winner today is John Linza. Hi, John. You're the winner tonight. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up and the glasses, Ellen. So John, I think, is still here. Okay. LJ, you just accepted a new position. Are you a Sagittarius, LJ? If that would be really cool. Again, this is Reader's Digest form of astrology, right? Hi, Marty. Yay. All right. You're the cap. Hi, Teresa. That's good for you, Deb, the Gemini rising. Very nice. Yes, the plane doesn't crash. Absolutely. That's what the Sabian symbol is. Okay, well, congratulations on your new job, LJ, and see how astrology works. It's so much fun. Even if we do just the solar astrology, we can still get some good information from it. Can't wait to see you, Marty, at Lilydale. My dear friends, we've got, I almost dropped my light. We've got the season at Lilydale is about to open. And go see Marty and all of our wonderful friends down there, the registered mediums. We love Lilydale. If you're in Western New York, pretty much everyone I know, even people who are not, it's just a jewel. I'll just put it this way. The opening is in another week and a half. The monks will be here, and I'd love to give a shout out to Lilydale. I'll be teaching a lot of classes down there this year. And please check out my website for those classes, as also at Fellowships of the Spirit. Some fabulous offerings for you this summer. All right. John, you're going to be getting stuff in your email. So watch out for it later tonight, because I'm a late night person. Let's do some spiritual work, dear friends. How this works, I just say a prayer. I come to you randomly, and I just trust spirit. So, dear God, and let me know. You have to be in the room to do this, and I'll use my thumb, and I'll make sure that we have a communication. Dear God, please allow me to serve. Please allow my words be filled with love and light, truth, inspiration, and healing, the highest and best, as we align ourselves with the Holy Spirit. Amen. Okay. Okay. I am with Mary T. Mary Taravella. Hi, Mary. Mary with the pretty kitty in your lap. Hi, Mary. I'm with you, my dear. Mary, as I'm tuning in with your energy tonight, the first thing that's coming to mind is this time of year. This time of year, this time of year is my heart is full. I don't know if you had a loved one who passed in June or early July, or if it was a birthday, but it's like one of those anniversary times of the year. And we have to get through the anniversary, and then you kind of exhale, because it's a beautiful time of the year, especially in Western New York. And at the same time, there's, I want to say the word, it's bittersweet. And I'm also getting that this summer upcoming, I happen to know Mary. I know that Mary is a teacher. I believe you're still in the classroom. But this summer in particular is going to be extraordinarily a positive one. I see you doing a lot of day trips and doing a little adventuring this upcoming summer. You're going to really take advantage of the time off. And I want to say that I want, it's almost like you're working on your upper body strength as well. And you're making yourself a priority is the word that's coming to mind, with physically, mentally, emotionally. But I'm getting these little mini trips, or these new adventures for Mary. The other thing I'm picking up is mom in spirit, mom, and she's coming in here. It's interesting. She's showing me, I think the old word for women's house dresses were like dusters. She's coming in with, quote, dusters, and she's comfortable, and she's laughing because she's saying that, the modern dusters are like sweatpants, and that she would not have thought of wearing like workout clothes in the home. She was always so neat, clean, and pretty with her little duster. Okay. Oh, you are planning to travel. Goods. I just glanced at you. You're welcome to communicate with me. But she's saying how times have changed, and she's in spirit, and she's very grateful to be there on so many different levels, and except for you, because you and she were BFFs, and she knows you know that, and she has done so much work with you, and she says that you talk to her still, and that abject um, grief is no longer there because you have a comfortable working relationship with mom. Because what would mom say? What would mom do? What would mom cook? And I'm getting some old dishes that she had, which were for company, that you're now using. She's saying, use the good dishes, sweetheart. You know, we don't want to leave them for a rainy day. Just use the good dishes. You talk to her, good, but use her good dishes, Mary, because she wants you to enjoy beautiful settings with your food. And she's also talking about, she's very proud of the way you've been maintaining everything in the home, in the house, that you're so much tougher than she ever was. And she gives you a lot of applause for that. Your mom was timid in some ways. She was a little worried about what if, what if. That's why she's glad she would not have been good living during this time and place, because we are living in a very, very stressful time in human history. I mean, even the astrology shows that we're living during a transitional period, right? But she's very happy to know that you're fine and will be continue to be fine. And she says, honey, just enjoy yourself. And something about, I think it's not like a rose bush, rose of Sharon bush. She's talking about the rose of Sharon bush, like to cut it down so it'll be um, blooming better. Okay. She would not have liked the uncertainty. Okay. Okay. She always said that. Use the good dishes. Thank you for the validation there, Mary. Thank you. I'll leave that with God's blessings. Okay. One more, my friends. Okay. And then I am with Carla. Carla Collie Marcells. Not Marcells. Hi, Carla. I'm with you, my dear. Okay. Carla. Okay. Carla. Okay, thank you, Carla. Carla, as I'm tuning into your energy tonight, I'm very aware of you. I just did my thing with my glasses that you're in study. You're studying something. You're studying some books. You're learning something. You're self teaching you something. I'm sorry, I'm talking too fast. You're self teaching yourself something. You've got some teachers, but you go deeper and stronger when you're able to do things on your own. And it's a spiritual endeavor. I don't know. It's pretty deep. It's like esoterica. I mean, it's you're really going beneath different layers and layers, like the history of, I don't know if it's the spiritualism or the Kabbalah or something like this. Oh, okay. Tarot and alchemy. Thank you. Thank you for that validation. But you're really going deep and you're going into the history. And have you thought about doing your own cards, your own tarot cards? That might be an ambition out there, because there's wonderful decks out there. I love tarot, but you might have a different spin on things. And the alchemists are really singing to you. The old, the Agrippa masters of the Middle Ages. And I'm going to throw a name out for you. His name is William Strikers. He's a wonderful alchemist and a fabulous astrologer. But I see you like having taken some classes, but you're very much late at night. You're doing your own due diligence, and Spirit is saying you know how to discern the fluff from the real deal, and you come from a place of great light and great love, and you're really working hard on the world soul, whether that means helping to elevate the frequency, helping to, quote, awaken people. And you're doing some good light work in the comfort and quiet of your own home. All right. The old Italian. Okay. Oh, you're a designer. Okay. You are a designer already, but I can see you designing your own cards, Carla, at some point. and having a little bit of a twist. Okay, so don't negate those dreams. They're very real and they're very powerful. And solitude is a very good thing for you, and you find a lot of insight. But use discernment. Use discernment even when you're doing your spiritual outreach. You know, I always like to say, just because someone's not in their body doesn't make them a good person, right? Right. Um, I don't know why I'm saying that with your blessings, Carla, but I'm glad. Okay. God bless you. Thank you for being here, Carla. But you want to be. But you have a very eclectic, you've got a, again, I'm not sure if you know astrology. I'm getting this astrological language for you. Look where Venus falls in your chart, it's being activated. And I don't know you, darling. I don't know your chart. But wherever Venus is in your chart right now, it is being activated in such a way that's going to give you a lot more insight. Okay, you're so welcome. Thank you all, my friends, for being here tonight. If you did not get a reading or something like that, please join me at one of my classes. Everyone gets a reading, a spiritual reading. That's going to be next week when we do the full moon class. We do a full moon class once a month when everyone gets readings during class. And we talk about the full moon. And next week we talk about healing. That's the Thursday night class. Tomorrow night's class is on this money change. And I just invite you all to come to class. See you next Wednesday. And many blessings to you. Much love. And I'll be in Australia in about 15 minutes. So you can come to the Facebook page at the Cosmic Intelligence Agency. So I'm going to be redoing what we just talked about tonight there in about 15. So thank you very much. Big hugs.